Are the Austin yogurt shop murders finally solved, 34 years later? For decades, this case has stood as one of the most disturbing and unresolved crimes in Texas history. 4 teenage girls murdered inside a frozen yogurt shop. No clear suspect. No justice. Just questions that refuse to fade. But now, cold case detectives say DNA and a single bullet casing may have finally revealed the truth. And the name they point to isn't someone the public ever suspected. In fact, he's been dead for years. So how does a man die, and then resurface decades later as the prime suspect in one of the most haunting unsolved crimes in America? Let's go back. The night everything changed. Inside an I can't believe it's yogurt shop in Austin, Texas, 4 teenage girls are spending what should have been an ordinary night. Amy Ayers, just 13 years old. Eliza Thomas, 17. And sisters Jennifer and Sarah Harbison, ages 17 and 15. 2 of them are finishing a late shift at work. The other 2 are waiting for a ride home. They're talking, killing time, planning a sleepover. Nothing unusual. Nothing dangerous. Until suddenly, everything is. At some point before midnight, the girls are attacked. They are restrained, gagged, shot execution style. Then the store is deliberately set on fire in an apparent attempt to erase the crime. When firefighters respond, they discover the bodies in the back of the shop. The fire destroys nearly all physical evidence. Nearly all. One small piece survives. A single shell casing, rolled into a floor drain, just beyond the reach of the flames. A man on the run. Just 2 days later, more than 600 miles away, border agents stop a stolen vehicle at a checkpoint west of El Paso, Texas. Behind the wheel is a 38-year-old man named Robert Eugene Brashers. This is not a wrong turn. This is a deliberate flight. When agents attempt to detain him, Brashers panics. He leads police on a mile-long chase. Investigators believe he may have discarded evidence during the pursuit. But he misses one thing. A handgun, matching the make and model used in the Austin yogurt shop murders. At the time, no one connects him to the crime. Brashers serves a short prison sentence for auto theft. Then he's released. No one realizes they may have just encountered a serial killer. Florida, 1985, a survivor speaks. To understand who Robert Brashers was, investigators have to go back years earlier. November 1985. Port St. Lucie, Florida. Brashers, then 27, meets a 24-year-old woman named Michelle Wilkerson. He seems normal, friendly, convincing. He talks her into going for drinks. Then suggests they keep the night going. He drives her to a remote citrus grove. At first, nothing seems wrong. Until he makes a move. Michelle says no. She tries to leave. That's when Brasher's pulls a gun. They struggle. The gun discharges. He shoots her once in the neck. Then again in the head. Somehow, against all odds, Michelle survives. Bleeding heavily, she escapes through an 18-inch wide drainage culvert, crawling through mud and darkness to get away. Brasher's believes he's finished the job. He drives to the beach, walks into the ocean, and throws the gun into the water. But his truck gets stuck in the sand. Hours later, police find him wandering the beach, asking strangers for help. Michelle lives long enough to give a detailed description of Brasher's, the truck, even items inside it. He's arrested, convicted, and sentenced to 12 years. Under lenient sentencing laws at the time, he's released early. Greenville, South Carolina, 1990. April 1990. 28-year-old Genevieve "Jenny" Citricki, a systems programmer for Michelin, doesn't show up for work. A maintenance worker checks her apartment. Inside, they find her dead. Investigators believe Brasher's entered through a sliding glass door while she slept. She is beaten, raped, strangled with her own pantyhose. After killing her, the attacker places her body in a bathtub, attempting to wash away evidence. Then he writes a message on the mirror. "Don't F*** with my family. Asterisk. Detectives now believe it was intentional misdirection, a false narrative meant to send investigators in the wrong direction. It works. The case goes cold for nearly 20 years. Austin Revisited. December 6, 1991. Brasher's is back in Austin. Jennifer Harbison and Eliza Thomas are closing the yogurt shop. Inside with them are Sarah Harbison and Amy Ayers, waiting for a ride. They never leave. A fire breaks out just before midnight. The girls are murdered. Evidence is nearly destroyed, except for trace DNA and that single shell casing. Wrongly accused. In the days after the murders, police question 4 teenage boys. One has a .22 caliber gun. But there's no solid evidence. They're released. Years later, in 1999, investigators obtained confessions from 2 of the same teens. No DNA. No physical proof. Only statements. One is sentenced to death. The other to life. Eventually, their convictions are overturned. The confessions were coerced. Still, the case remains unsolved. Science catches up. Years later, a new technique, OSTR DNA testing, isolates male DNA from the evidence. It doesn't match the teens. It matches Robert Eugene Brasher's. A pattern of violence. From Georgia to Tennessee to Missouri, investigators uncover a trail. Home invasions. Sexual assaults. Murders involving multiple victims. Gagging, binding, execution-style shootings. In 1998, Sherry Shear and her 12-year-old daughter Megan are murdered in Missouri. Just hours later, a woman in Tennessee survives an attempted attack. The bullet that hit her will later match the Shear murder weapon. Brashears is arrested again, released, disappears. The end. January 1999. Police track Brashears to a motel in Missouri. He's armed. After a 4-hour standoff, he allows his family to leave. Then he takes his own life. At the time, police believe they've stopped a fugitive. They don't yet know they've lost a serial killer, and countless answers. Justice, decades later. Years later, DNA links Brashears to multiple cold cases. In 2018, investigators confirm his identity through forensic genealogy. In 2025, ballistic testing finally connects the shell casing from the yogurt shop to Brashears' weapon. The case that haunted Texas for decades finally has a name. And the wrongfully accused are formally exonerated.